Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, this channel, and to this space. This is a timeless reading and it's for the collective, so whenever you come across this video, however you come across it, it's the right time for you to be getting this message. And we've been going through our mega deck, pulling one random card every morning. You are welcome to look down in the description below to find out how the mega deck was built and what all went into that. But today's card is pulled from Mr. Howden's Oracle of Light and Dreams, and it is card number 33, Imaginarium. And before we go in the book and look at what the reading says for us in the book for today, we always want to get the information, the messages, the energy that's coming to us directly from the image before us, from the card, from what we see on the screen before us. And yes, it's a perfect card image for this idea of the imagination, but not just the imagination of a place, an Imaginarium, like an aquarium has aqua animals in it. An Imaginarium would have imagination, different kinds of things that have been imagined in it. And we have here a beautiful young dryad, some type of sea creature, magical sea creature with elements of octopus, almost a hydra, but a beautiful hydra, a sweet and gentle hydra, not one that's going to cause any mischief or harm at all. And these beautiful roses that she has, these beautiful pink roses, you know that pink roses are a symbol of love, of gentleness, of a sweet-spirited love. And she's wearing one and she's offering one to you. Will you take it? That's the question for you today. We know octopus in general, octopuses, they're not octopi, I believe, is not the correct way to use the plural of them, but they are so amazing. There's been lots of people that have put forward the possibility that they have alien DNA, extraterrestrial DNA in them somehow, because there's just things in their genetic code that we cannot find a common descendant or a common ancestor to for these guys, for the cephalopods. Octopus in general, they have brains in each of their arms, so they can actually move independently of each other, which is great in any kind of situation where you want the freedom to be able to maneuver, to think outside the box, for sure. There are no boxes for this girl, are there? And there shouldn't be any for you, except for the boundaries that you have that define who you are and what's right for you and what's not right for you. But we are being invited with this card to step outside of our definitions of what we think is normal, ordinary, acceptable. Maybe something that's not acceptable. Maybe the answer you're looking for whatever situation you're going through right now, maybe it's not a normal answer at all. Ask yourself some questions. Ask yourself, what if it all worked out? What if it all works out even better than I planned, than I imagined originally? What else can I imagine coming from this situation? What can I imagine? What do I want to do today? What do you want to do today? What do you want to do with your life? This is the time for you to be stepping outside of your own definitions and trying on new things. Some things are going to fit, some things are not. And that's all you have to decide, is whether it fits or not. That's going to be the title for the new Love Seat episode, Love Seat Therapist episode. It's going to be it either fits or it doesn't. But this idea that we need to allow ourselves the same ability that we would tell anybody else in any kind of situation. If a friend, a coworker, stranger off the street came up to you and said, I'm in the middle of a quandary. I don't know which way to go. I've got several different options. They all look equally valid to me, all equally good. beneficial. So I really don't know which way to go. And I'm afraid if I pick the wrong thing, then all of the other doors are going to slam shut, right? As soon as you walk through one door, the rest of the doors disappear and you're locked into this new path. And that's not true. That's not true. You can turn around, you can turn sideways, you can go up, down. We have the ability to change our minds at any time. We don't need an excuse or a reason. We can simply say, that's not where I'm going now. That was where I was going before. That's where I was planning on going before, but I've changed my mind. I'm allowed to do that. People are allowed to do that. This girl, she's got horns too, as well as the octopus tentacles. She's got definitely what I would call like unicorn horns, but multiple. And they're almost like they become part of the tentacles. So very, very interesting picture for us. She is also the cover girl for the deck guidebook for this deck. So she's a special image all by herself for that reason. Beautiful, just beautiful. What does the reading say for us in the book? Let's take a look and find out. Feed your creative imagination. I have to tell you guys, honestly, I don't look at these readings before you and I go through them. I mark the spot with the card, but the only thing that I look at is the card itself. So I am literally seeing what you are seeing right at this moment. This is as close to a live feed, a live stream of a video as you can get. So card number 33, we know the number 33 reduces down to a 6. That is the middle of the perfected Tesla numbers, the 369. And 33 obviously is another master number. I didn't look it up to find out. I'm not a numerologist. If you have any special significance for the number 33, I know 32 for at least one of our friends to the channel has a special significance, but this will be number 33 for you going forward, right? So this is a special card. This is a special number, and it has special significance for us for today. So yes, feed your creative imagination. So our keywords are creativity, imagination, stimulation, and uniqueness. This beguiling figure provides an example of the power of imagination. She is powerful, confident, a feminine creature, perhaps a warrior or leader of her people. She is a master of flexibility in uncertain situations and personifies fluid grace as evidenced by her tentacles. Her mysterious smile and intelligent eyes exude unpredictability, while the pink roses reflect her gentle and happy nature. Well, let's see. He talks a little bit about the how he came up with the idea for the card. Our ability to use our imagination influences everything we do and think about. By pursuing activities such as reading, storytelling, or creating art, we can feed our imaginations. These activities, while being stimulating and rewarding in their own right, also enhance mental flexibility and improve our problem-solving abilities. And our quote is from Vincent van Gogh. I dream my painting, and I paint my dream. Wow, I love that. I dream my painting and I paint my dream. I am an artist myself, and I know for me personally, that's how I come up with ideas. In fact, I don't really come up with the ideas, they come to me, really. But they would not be able to if I did not open my mind. You've got to open your mind. You've got to say, nothing is outside the realm of possibility until it is examined, until it is assessed. You want to make an informed determination. You want to make a knowledgeable and wise determination. That means you have to say anything's on the table. Anything goes for the moment, while you're in the observation phase. And the only thing you are supposed to do is use your discernment, check in with your heart, your emotional body. How is it feeling about this? We've talked before about the tip test, and I'll be going into that in that Love Seat Therapist reading coming up, or video coming up. It's not really a reading. It is definitely a channeling, though. It has definitely been channeling to me for some time now. This idea, this concept that in order for us to live our most authentic lives, to be our most authentic selves, we can get caught up and hung up on definitions of the ideas that different society, cultures, belief systems have ingrained in us since the time that we were babies, unable to even understand words and concepts like that, faith, belief. So don't accept something just because somebody tells you that it's true. If it doesn't feel right to you, you know that. Trust your intuition. You've got to trust yourself. So what if you make a mistake? So what if you screw up? So what? Go ahead. Try it. Don't do anything that's going to bring you harm or bring anyone else harm. Don't try, seeing if little wings that you came up with in your mind are going to work if you jump off a 20-floor building. It's probably not going to go well. That's not the kind of thing we're talking about here. In the Imaginarium, it is simply in our minds we are allowing ourselves the ability to consider. So you could consider the idea of making your own wings out of feathers and glue and canvas and I don't know what all, and stitching them in, and you could come up with these ideas in your mind. But then you want to do your research and you want to look into aerodynamics and gravity, how much you weigh, the height of which you are, flying off of, what you are landing on. All of that stuff is going to come into that picture at some point as you are doing your assessment of an idea, of a concept. But for the moment, when you are first considering something, everything is available. Everything is optional. Everything is possible until you say it isn't. And you're the one that's in charge of your life. You're the one that is responsible for what you say and think and do and feel. And you are accountable to yourself and only to yourself. So if anybody comes to you with opinions, you are wacko. You are out of your mind if you are thinking that that isn't even a possibility. You just look at them and go, that's okay. You can think that. That's perfectly fine. And I'm allowed to think what I want. So don't get hung up on other people's opinions on what you're doing, on who you are, of what you've got going on, your ideas. Just get them all out there so that you can assess them, so you can consider them, so that you can determine whether it's something that's going to bring you benefit and benefit the collective as a whole. Because remember, we are all quantumly entangled. There is nothing that you do that is not important to me. And there is nothing that I do that is not important to you. It's impossible to be mindful 24/7, 365. Us little human minds just can't get that. We're going to get ego involved and stuff. We're going to get other people's energies involved and stuff. You need that time alone to just explore the possibilities that are available to you without judgment at the beginning, until you determine whether things work for you, things fit you or not. And we just have to keep it simple and stop trying to make things so darn complicated. Life doesn't have to be complicated. Treat yourself with love and respect. You will, by default, treat other people with love and respect. That's it. That's it. We were just talking about purpose in a previous reading. Your purpose is to use your imagination, to go into that Imaginarium and explore what's available to you, what's possible to you. What are your possibilities? What are your options? You can remake yourself at any moment if you decide to. You just have to make that decision. That's it for our reading. I don't have anything else to add to that. I'm not getting anything else, so we will leave it at that. You have a fantastic day. Have some fun with this. Have some fun with your day. Have some fun with your life. Not everything has to be so darn serious. Don't do anything that brings you harm or harms anybody else. That's it. A rose for you, my love. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Namaste and ciao for now.